What's up guys, it's Rare of Misha and welcome to another Pokemon TCG video. Today, as you can see in front of me, I finally have my Guardians Rising booster box. It arrived about a week and a half after it was shipped. It was shipped from America. I got this one from Dirium's Pokemon because I sent off 1,400 bulk to get this, which worked out at about £40 for me to send it. So I paid less than half for this booster box in terms of like actual money. But 1,400 bulk, I think that's a really good deal. I think they do 700 bulk for a Elite Trainer box as well, which is really cool. But let's actually take a look at the box. So as I said, yeah, we have Lycanroc Midnight Form here on the front. On the right hand side, we have Alolan Ninetales. On the left hand side, Komodo. And on the top, Tapu Koko, and here is the back for you guys to have a look at as well. Island Guardians ready for battle. You can pause it there and have a read if you want to. So let's actually open this up and get cracking the packs. So for those of you who don't know, there are 36 packs in a box, 18 each side. I am probably going to start with left or right. I'm going to start with the left hand side of the box. So we're going to take out those 18 packs. Leave that on this side, I suppose. Put those here. Now, the way I'm going to open this is going to be a little bit different to how I normally would. And that's, I'm going to look at the code card. If there is a green code card, I'm going to just fan them open so you can see what they were, what cards are in there, because there won't be anything good in the green card, in a green code card. And if there is a white code card, then I will do the pack trick. I will do that the whole way through except for the last pack, which I will do the pack trick on both sides anyway. So for those of you who haven't seen Guardians Rising before, there are 4 pack arts. We have the Komodo, Lycanroc, Tapu Koko, and Alolan Ninetales. So those are the 4 pack arts. My personal favorite is Lycanroc, and I'm really hoping to pull from this box just a Lycanroc full art. That's my favorite card from the set. So if I could pull a Lycanroc GX full art, I will be very happy. The best card from the set to pull in terms of playability is Tapu Lele. I could do with another one. I haven't pulled one myself yet. You'll see who did in another video. And then I purchased it off them almost immediately. So we're starting with a green code card, which means I'm not going to do the pack trick. I'm just going to slide through them. So Wimpod, Goomy, Wishy Washy, Vanillite, Clefairy. The reverse is a Wailord, which is a rare, and Oricorio, regular rare. Field Blower is a really good card. So not a bad green pack actually, to be fair. I'm going to take the trainers out as well. So I'm going to try and do some organising as I go through. This could be fun, but Lycanroc next. And the first 4 packs I'm opening slightly differently anyway, because I'm trying to keep the 4 packs in nice condition. Because I always keep one of each pack art, just because I'm a little bit odd like that. So I'm going to try and slide these out. Right, this time we have a white code card, which means I'm going to do the pack trick. 1, 2, 3. There's an energy there, which is a metal energy. So I'm going to go through these properly. Salandit, Stuffle, Slowpoke, all the S's. Wishy Washy, Nosepass, Choice Band, fantastic card. Really, really good card. Altar of the Moon, another good trainer card. Machoke. Nosepass is the reverse, and the rare is a Drampa Holo, which, although I already have Drampa, I'm super happy to have another one. He's one of my favourite Pokemon from Sun and Moon, so I will take a Drampa Holo, and we'll put them yeah, I'll put the holos in the booster box, and then I'll put anything really good in Dragonite's pouch there. So we've already got one holo to kick off the box. Now you can, if you want, guys, use my box as a gauge as to what you might get. I think the average per box is 6 ultra rares, so 6 GXs, or including secret rares and hyper rares and stuff like that. So we have another green code here, so I'm just going to fan through these. Phantom, Talos, Wilmer, Trubbish, Jangmo, Reverse Hakamo, and the Sandslash are the reverse and the rare. Energy, Ultra the Moon, Gliscor, and Brooklet Hill. I thought I counted the cards wrong then, but it's all good. So try and get some organization in here. Now, for those of you, again, who don't know the set very well, there are some cards to look out for. As I mentioned, Field Blur and Choice Band are two of the best trainers from this set. Really, really good cards. I've actually just implemented 4 Choice Bands into my deck, and they've helped me win. So, green code card again. There are also some really, really good playable Pokemon in here. Oh, Mudbray and Reverse Mudbray and a Lilligant, Mallow, Energy Recycler, and Tentacruel. There are some good stadiums. I personally like Altar of the Sun and Altar of the Moon. I play Altar of the Sun in my Solgaleo deck because when you come up against things like Volcanion or Incineroar, they are a pain because you have weakness. So Altar of the Sun, if you don't know what it does, it takes away your weakness. So yeah, Altar of the Sun takes away your weakness if you are a metal or fire type. So I'm actually going to start being a little bit rougher with these packs in a minute, I think, because I have all 4 pack arts now, so I can be a little bit more rough. Another green code. So we have a Reverse Pangoro, which is a rare, and Oricorio, and Ultra of the Sun. There it is. Fire Pokemon and Metal Pokemon, both yours and your opponents, have no weakness. So I play 4 of those in a Solgaleo deck just in case I come up against, like I said, just in case I come up against a fire deck. Here's my boy Lycanroc. These packs are really well sealed. I've had other Guardians Rising packs where they've just shredded, so no GXs yet, but we do have a white code card. So let's do the pack trick. Fairy Energy. By the way, I think in a booster box you actually get an equal amount of each energy. So I think you get like 4 of each. But we're going to start with Carvanha, Patrat, Gothita, Castform, Tentacool, Aether Paradise Conservation Area, Hala, Sudowoodo, a Reverse Energy Lotto, which is really cool, and the rare a Decidueye Hyper Rare. Oh my god, this is the first Hyper Rare I have ever pulled in my life, and it's a Decidueye, which is super playable right now. I just can't believe I pulled a Hyper Rare. I did feel some texture when I did the card trick. I knew it was a full art of some sort, but the first GX is a hyper rare Decidueye. I don't know what I'm going to do with this. I might trade it. I might keep it. I might trade it for a hyper rare Lycanroc actually. But Decidueye GX, for the players out there, everybody who's playing at the moment knows what Decidueye does. It's been a winning deck for the last few regionals and things. Although Volcanion has come and has risen because of Decidueye, and it's come, and I think it won the last regionals. But Feather Arrow is the ability. Once during your turn before you attack, you may put 2 damage counters on one of your opponent's Pokemon, and this ability stacks. So if you have 4 Decidueye out, you can place essentially 80 damage across the board wherever you want to. Razor Leaf for a grass double colour does 90. It's not very impressive, but with a Choice Band it does 110. No, 120. And Hollow Hunt GX is a really good GX attack. For a single grass energy, put 3 cards from your discard pile into your hand. So really, really cool card. Number 146 out of 145. I don't know if you guys can see that. There it is. Number 146 out of 145. So if you didn't know, guys, all hyper rares or rainbow rares, they're also secret rare. So any hyper rare, rainbow rare, whatever you want to call it, card that you pull is a secret rare. So what a start to this box with a rainbow rare, hyper rare Decidueye. Let me know, guys, in the comment section below which you prefer to call those type of cards. Do you prefer to call them rainbow rare? Do you prefer to call them hyper rare? I kind of prefer hyper rare. I feel like it's cooler than rainbow rare. I feel like rainbow rare is quite a childish way to call it. But that's just me. Reverse Talonflame, which is another rare, and a Probopass. Max Potion. Yeah, it's not the best pack there. I definitely need the Probopass for my collection though, so that's always good. Apologies for the change in lighting, guys. I'm recording this at midday, and I use natural daylight to light my videos, but it's gone off really grey outside, so that's kind of changed the lighting a little bit. So I'm just going to flip the light on. There may be some shadows cast now, so apologies in advance for that, but another green code card. We have a reverse multi-switch, which I think is my 3rd one of this now, and a Turtonator with Halaam Aether Paradise Conservation Area. So the Turtonator was the rare in that pack. Next pack is a Komodo. So I'm trying to see if there's a pattern to these boxes, but I've been told, and apparently it's been confirmed, that these are not mappable like the first Sun and Moon boxes were. So another green code. Alolan no, I thought that was Alolan Vulpix. It's not, it's Alolan Sandshrew. Minior and Rayquaza. This Rayquaza is actually quite good. I'm going to just take a moment to look at it. It's a colourless Rayquaza with 120 HP, so that's not bad at all. So yeah, this Rayquaza, I think it's really good. It has, for a double colourless energy Turbo Storm, attach 2 basic energy from your discard pile to one of your bench Pokemon, and it does 30 damage. So it's a little bit like Volcanian's Paraheater, but you can choose 2 basic energy instead of 1. It does 10 more damage, and it is for an additional energy. And Dragon Claw for 3 colourless does a flat 80, which is a little bit like Drampa's attack actually. Paracyclone, same energy cost, same attack, same amount of damage, but Paracyclone you have to move an energy. So, but I do like Rayquaza. I think he could be quite a good addition to some decks, especially as just a colourless 1 prize attacker. Because at the moment I have Oranguru in my deck mainly for his ability, but he's also a good attacker as well. For 3 colourless energy, he does 60 damage plus 20 times the amount of energies on your opponent's Pokemon. So what do we have in this one? We have a reverse Sliggoo and a Salazzle. And Rescue Stretcher is quite good. So a bit of stack maintenance going on over here. I'll show you at the end how I've stacked these cards up. Because I know that some of you may be interested in how to organize cards and things. So for those of you that are interested, I will show you how I do mine. So how many packs have we got left after this? So we're about halfway through the first stack, just over. And we've pulled 1 GX so far. So I'm hoping that there are another 2 in these last 8 packs. That would be cool. But we have another green code. I think that's 3 in a row now. So Reverse Hakamo and a Trevenant. That Trevenant is actually really good. For a single double colourless energy, Poltergeist is 30 times the amount of trainer cards in your opponent's hand, which trainer cards are in different categories. Like you have items like Energy Lotto, you have supporters like Hala and Mallow and How, and then you have tool cards like Choice Band. And when it uses the term trainer cards, it includes all of those cards. So you can get stung for quite a huge amount of damage, especially if they put you under item lock, which the deck that is currently at League at the moment does exactly that. They put you under item lock and then they sting you for a huge amount of damage. So Alolan Vulpix, actually, whilst we're looking at it, really good card for no energy. You can search your deck for 2 Pokemon, reveal them, and put them into your hand. That helps to combat things like item lock, Reverse Honchkrow, and a Garbodor. Again, this is a good card. Trash Lunch for a single Psychic Energy, 20 times the amount of item cards in your opponent's discard pile. Now, in my deck at the moment, because I run Solgaleo, I run things like Rare Candy to help evolution and stuff like that, Ultra Ball, Nest Ball, Versus Seekers, 4 of those. So I always end up with a ton of items in my discard, and 20 times, I mean, there was 11 in my discard. 20 times 11 is 220. So it's 220 damage for a single Psychic Energy is insane. So that Garbodor is quite good. There's also this Sableye. This was quite a good pack, actually, having the Garbodor and the Sableye. And the Reverse Rare Honchkrow. This Sableye for a Dark Energy, your opponent can't play any supporters from their hand during the next turn. It's just going to slow them down. It means that they can't do things like play a Sycamore if they have a terrible hand, or play an N to disrupt you. You know, it's just a pain. Now, Sableye only has 60 HP, so it's going to be 1-hit KO'd, but it slows your opponent down a turn. And I think this is what the format's moving towards, a slower format. I think at rotation, I think that the new cards that are coming out, God, we've had a string of green codes, show, Reverse Choice Band, that's really cool, and a Vanillux, Rescue Stretcher. I think, yeah, the format is definitely going to be slowing down, especially when rotation happens and we lose Shaman. I think that's going to be a big hit to the format. I've already sold one of my Shamans because I figured get in quick, and that's how I bought a Tapu Lele. And I think that the cards reflect that. Like, you know, there are a lot of Stage 2 GXs, which I rather like. Another green code. There better be like a bunch of white codes at the end of this. Reverse Rayquaza is really good, or Rayquaza and a Swellow. And another Field Blur, so I'll take that. So that's why I built Solgaleo now, to get used to it without Shaman and stuff like that. Because it is, even with Shaman, it's still a slow deck. Like, I played it with Shaman for a bit, and I didn't like it. I prefer Oranguru because it's consistent draw, in the sense of that if you have less than 3 cards. It's also a better attacker, in my opinion, than Shaman is, because it does more damage. Another green code, oh my gosh. Reverse Max Potion and Solgaleo regular rare, which I actually do play this one in my Solgaleo deck. For a metal and a colourless energy, do 50 damage anywhere you want, but don't apply weakness. Don't apply weakness and resistance for benched Pokemons. And then for 170 damage for 2 metal and a colourless Fangs of the Sun, and you can't use it next turn. I actually really like it. I think it throws people off when you pluck out a regular rare non-GX Solgaleo. They don't really know what to do. because it's quite a hard hitter for the same. I mean, the GX for the same amount of energy does 230 damage, but you have to discard the energy afterwards. It also has a really good ability though, Ultra Road, which allows you to, once during your turn you can, white code. Once during your turn you can switch your active Pokemon for any Pokemon that you want, and that ability stacks as well, so if you have 2 Solgallos out you can do that twice. So, white code, matchup, Trubbish, Delibird, Jangmo-O, Tailo, Brooklet Hill, Beware, Lampent. The reverse is a Mudsdale, which is a rare. It's a reverse rare. And the rare card is a Metagross full art. It's not the full art that I wanted, but I'll take it. This seems to be the bane of my life. I've pulled 2 of these online out of like, I think it was like out of something stupid, like 40 packs. I pulled only 2 full art Metagross. So it is a beautiful card though. I genuinely love the color scheme. I love these full arts, like the way that they've done them are so nice. His ability, Geotech System. Let's focus that in. So once during your turn, before you attack, you may attach a psychic or metal energy from your discard pile to your active Pokemon. It's a good ability, but for stage 2, it's just too clunky. Like if this was on a basic, it would be fantastic. Like I would absolutely put it in my Solgaleo deck just to accelerate the energy from the discard pile. And then Giga Hammer for 2 metal and a colorless energy, 150. And this Pokemon can't use Giga Hammer during your next turn. Algorithm GX for a single colorless energy. Search your deck for up to 5 cards and put them into your hand and shuffle your deck. Now that's a good GX move, but if your opponent ends you, you've wasted your GX move. But Metagross GX full art, it really is a beautiful card. Like I said, I love these full arts. So let's put that back there with Decidueye. Got 2 packs left. We've got a Tapu Koko and a Alolan Ninetales. So let's see if there is a 3rd ultra rare in this side of the box. There is a white code card. We've also only pulled 1 holo, which is a little bit worrying. So maybe this might be a holo fire energy. So we have Rockruff. This is a very cute Rockruff. Barbroach, Alolan Geodude, Fletchling, Petalil, Energy Recycler, Max Potion, Clefable. The reverse is an Alolan Graveler, which is an uncommon, and the rare is a holo Machamp. So there is another holo to go with our Drampa. And our last pack is Alolan Ninetales. So like I said, I'm going to hide the code, so I will be taking this one off camera to take the code off. And I'm not even looking at the code myself. So let's do the pack trick here. 3 and 2. Well, 4 and 2, because then you take out the energy, which was a lightning energy. So for our final pack, we have a Wimpod, Goomy, Welmer, Beldum, Rockruff, Gliscor, Komala, Slowbro. The reverse is a reverse Trubbish. And the rare and final card of this part 1 opening is a Alolan Ninetales GX. Now this is my 2nd Alolan Ninetales, so this one is for trade. So any of my league friends who are watching who want an Alolan Ninetales, this one will be in my trade binder. I pulled this one at pre-release, so if you haven't watched my pre-release video for Guardians Rising, jump on over and watch that. And it actually won me my 2nd pre-releases. So Alolan Ninetales, if you don't know what it does, for a double colorless energy, you do Ice Blade, and it's not going to focus very well especially with the glare of the sleeve. So Ice Blade for a double colourless energy. 50 to one of your opponent's Pokemon. Do not apply weakness and resistance for benched Pokemon. So it's the same as Solgalio's, but for a single energy attachment instead of 2 energy attachments. For 2 water and a colourless energy, 160 damage, Blizzard Edge, discard 2 energy from this Pokemon, which isn't as bad as you think now with the new Aqua Patch, which we haven't actually pulled an Aqua Patch yet. An Ice Path GX for a double colourless energy. Move all damage counters from this Pokemon to your opponent's active Pokemon, which is really, really good. It's like damage change from Mewtwo, but one-sided. So if you've got like 180 damage on your Alolan Ninetales, you can use Ice Path GX, put it onto maybe the Tauros that they have in the active, and knock that Tauros out, which is really, really good. In fact, it won me, that move, that GX move won me one of my matches during pre-release. So that's our first half of the box done. We got 3 GXs, but let's actually take a look at everything that we pulled. Starting with the holos. So we have a holo Drampa, a holo Machamp, have a Alolan Ninetales GX, Metagross GX Full Art, and that Decidueye GX Hyper Rare. Oh, for those of you who wanted to see how I organize my cards, I will show you now. So this is my organization. Apologies for the random box here. So I have trainer cards here, including the reverses. Reverses and rares here. Oh, did I leave a trainer card in there? I did. I am so silly. Reverse Max Potion in there. I think at the end I got a little bit hasty and didn't do things right. So yeah, reverses and rares. Trainers, whether they're reverse or regular. All the regulars, commons and uncommons, which I'll go through, put them in number order. And then I have a TCG checklist that I made on Excel that I will go through and we'll have a look. See if I have them in the binder, if I have a playset of them, and then if I have both, then they'll go into bulk. And then, of course, energies, which, by the way, if you didn't know, cannot go into bulk trade. So that's how I organize my cards. So I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Of course, if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like. Subscribe if you're new here. Feel free to leave a comment in the comment section below telling me what your favorite card of the set is. As I said, mine is the Full Art Lycanroc GX. I don't think I have a chance of pulling it from the box now, as we've already pulled one Full Art. But that is my favorite card and I'm going to buy it regardless. And of course, most importantly guys, please share this video with your friends if you enjoyed it. Who knows, maybe they will as well. So thank you very much for watching guys, and I will see you in part 2 of this Guardians Rising booster box opening. Peace.